What's good, everyone? Welcome to the second episode of Student Dr. Harsh. I just finished up with my road trip 2 days ago. It was a lot of fun. I got to see a lot of awesome things, and it was definitely tiring at parts for sure, but I just wanted to share some of the highlights with you guys. First off, my friends and I went to the Wizarding World of Harry Potter, and it was nostalgic walking around and taking in all the sights and sounds that we've associated with Harry Potter for so many years now. And the staff there definitely go above and beyond in playing their part. So one of the very first things I did once I got there was to say Voldemort to the conductor at the Hogwarts Express, and he just looked at me funny and went, "Why would you say such a thing? You must either be very brave or very foolish. I'm not sure which one." And I thought that was a cool touch. As far as the rides go, they only have a few up at the Wizarding World right now, but my favorite by far was the Forbidden Journey of Harry Potter. So definitely check that one out. Now that I have read all the books and seen all the movies and been to the park, if I could go back and if I were given a choice, I would read the books first and go to the park second, because at that point, everything I've thought of the Harry Potter universe would be in my imagination, and following that up by physically going to the Wizarding World, I think would be a great experience. And then I would watch the movies next just to fill in all the gaps that the Wizarding World did not. My next stop was the San Diego Zoo, and for me the highlight there was watching the polar bears play in the water and walk around. And I saw a replica of a polar bear that said that they can be as tall as 12 feet when they're standing on their hind legs, which was ridiculous to imagine, even though I was able to watch the bears up close and see just how big they were. I also got to check out the Colorado National Monument, which is a 23-mile loop with a bunch of picturesque views of nature and rock formations of all kinds, and a ton of hiking trails if you guys have time or are interested in that. But I mainly just stopped at all the different pullouts and took a bunch of pictures. But if you guys are into hiking or nature, definitely check it out. It takes about 2 hours, and I think it's definitely worth it. When I stopped by in Denver, the main thing I did was eat. For dinner, I went to this place called Avanti, which has a collection of 7 restaurants within one building. So if you guys are in a big group, or if you want to try a bunch of different things from different ethnicities, including Venezuelan and Mexican and American and Japanese, that's a great option for sure. For breakfast, I went to the Denver Biscuit Company, which gets busy, so try to get there early if possible. But I also made the mistake of ordering a giant cinnamon roll to go, and even though I was snacking on it all day, I wasn't able to finish it. So if you get the cinnamon roll, make sure you have someone to share it with. One of the main things that got me through my road trip was alternating between listening to a podcast and an album. My friend Alex told me about the podcast Stuff You Should Know, and not that they sponsor me or anything, but I found the episodes to be a very entertaining collection from a bunch of different fields. Some episodes I listened to included the impact of the Gettysburg Address, what the Misery Index is, how to do the moonwalk, and at most the episodes are an hour, which I found to be a perfect amount of time. And as far as listening to albums go, just pick any music that you really enjoy that's upbeat. I listen to a lot of hip hop and electronic and rock music, and found that it helped me stay awake and focused on the road. If you guys are on a road trip and you're running low on storage on your cell phone, I would recommend that you download as you go. For me, every time I got to an Airbnb, I would connect to the Wi-Fi and delete all the episodes and albums that I'd saved from that day, and I would download new ones for the next one. I found that having 3 albums and 3 podcast episodes was good enough for the amount of driving I was doing, but that would depend on how far you guys are driving each day. But downloading as you go is definitely a good option, and it helps you create some space if needed. I'm happy to say that I'm all moved in now. I spent most of yesterday running around town and picking up everything I needed in order to set up my bedroom and my desk. I also bought a Costco card yesterday, which felt like a huge step towards adulthood. It was very tempting not to throw a ton of food and clothes into my cart, so I'm very proud of myself for resisting. I am living with a third year as my roommate, and he's been more than awesome already. He's gone out of his way to show me around town and also help me get everything set up, so I really appreciate that. As far as med school goes, orientation starts tomorrow and it's a full week. I'm excited to meet my classmates and get the ball rolling. Once orientation's over a week from now, I'll have the third episode up and share my takeaways from orientation with you guys. For now, I just want to give a shout out to my friends Alex, Elaine, Justin, and Adnan for giving me feedback about the first episode. You guys really helped me out a lot. If you have any feedback for me, please leave a video response or a comment, and I'll be happy to get back to you guys. And if you liked the episode so far, go ahead and subscribe and give the video a like. Until next time, I'm out.